Shut up and sit down.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get real cold up in here right now. Check this out.
Nice day to get on our bicycles, take a ride down to the park, pedaling up and down the hills, birds sing and dogs they bark.
It is a stretch, but so far what you are hearing is the Dialed podcast with Matt Lee Grand,
Sir Ian Gibson,
Lance Hepler, and Jake Von During. Have you heard that perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did?
Clouds flow by, and when we come back down, we roll so fast.
Okay, what the
What the bloody hell was that?
Hi, welcome back to the Dial Podcast. I am Jake Von During. I'm here with Lance friggin' Hepler.
Lance friggin' Hepler. Happy New Year.
In studio.
In studio.
We should mention.
Here we all are.
Happy New Year, Lance Hepler.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, we
Jake
forgot
Von
that there's
During.
we're on a whole nother year.
Whole nother year.
26.
26.
Wow.
That was good.
Very timely.
To Lance friggin' Hepler's right, Sir Ian Gibson.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Gibbo. And last but not least,
And least.
okay, last and least, Matt Lee Grand.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? You guys look as good as I do.
Which isn't good.
That's not a compliment. No, you guys look good. You look good.
Back battle time. Matt, you want to start us
I
off?
can be real quick, guys. I made it 3 or 4 days into the Dialed 100. That's pretty good.
You made it 3 days.
three or 4 days into
Trying to do 100 days in a row, you
Yeah.
made it 3.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So that's pretty good.
You're 97% down.
I did not make it past that. And I am, yes, I did actually ride one day with the flu, and I averaged 60 watts for an hour or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
It was so bad. It was like pedal and then like rest for a second.
It's like how quick can the coffee stop button go live?
I don't even know
on
if I
Swift?
remember to press the coffee
You
stop
got to
button.
use the coffee stop button.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
Well, look on the bright side. Now you're not doing the Dial 100. You can
true.
train probably.
Well, and it's
And you're not going to be burnt out after
Yeah.
100 days and not ride your bike for a month.
I don't get burnt out, but it's more like I miss like, oh, I want to go for a run instead of do the cycling stuff or whatever. Anyway, so I am kind of excited. Like I'm like, oh, I missed the trails. And so there you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Back pedal done.
Feeling better now, though.
That's
yeah.
it.
Feeling better than I was for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Were you out here licking the gutter? Is that why you got the flu?
Yes, I got the flu. I was hanging out with the wrong people at the wrong time, I guess. No, let's see. One of Ethan's friends, like they went to a swim meet, and it was like that kid like woke up the next morning just miserable. And it, when they go on these like high school swim meets, it's like you pile kids into a room. So it was every single kid in Ethan's room got super sick. And one of the kids actually that's in that room still hasn't been back to swim practice.
Oh, wow.
And so that was over a week ago.
That's rough. Holy cow.
That was maybe a week and a half ago, something like that. No, maybe we're almost to 2 weeks. Anyway, so there was a incubation period, which was after New Year's or whatever. Like my kid like went out for New Year's and did all the things, and then like came home and we're like, man, you're tired from New Year's. And it was like one more day, and it was like, oh, you're super sick. And then it rolled through the whole house. So moral of the story, don't have kids.
Too late.
They will get you sick. They will bring home germs.
Gibbo, what you been up to, bud?
Oh, man. Not that much. I have not been sick yet. Touch wood. But I have phantom sicknesses because I know I'm going on vacation and I absolutely have to be well. So every morning I wake up and go, oh no,
Am I
There's something
okay?
going on. What is it?
They're going to get like
It's
halfway
just
out over the
mostly-
Atlantic and they're like, we're going to have to turn this plane around
Yeah,
because this British guy's crapping his pants and puking everywhere.
No, I don't know. I've been trying to ramp up my fitness. We did a great ride. Actually, 4 of us went out on New Year's Day. It's kind of a tradition to do a New Year's Day bike ride. And there was 4 of us.
That was
right?
a great ride. Is that what you're
Well,
calling it?
Wait a minute. I'm not done.
Completely
It
sucked.
was fun, but it was comically bad weather, like awful, terrible. It was raining. It was like sub 40 degrees, and it just felt cold. Right? It was windy.
It was windy. It was one of those rides where if I hadn't committed to my teammates to go on a ride, I would not have ridden outside.
Same. All of us were the same. And we I think we managed to turn it around and bail out just in time before it descended into
sleet
and
we were still
An
out there
epic
2.5
fail.
hours, and
Yeah.
we were soaked and chilled to the bone.
Was this gravel or road?
It was road. We were gonna do gravel, but the weather looked so bad
You wanted an out. You know?
that we switched. We actually switched
So
to
we just
road. We switched to road so that one teammate who didn't have a gravel bike could come with us, and then he didn't show up.
And also, we only got cold and wet and not cold, wet and muddy.
That's-
Right? Anyway, that ended up being, 40 miles maybe? If
Yeah.
that. It just seemed like a long time.
The best part of that ride was after the ride, we met at Ian's house and we went in and had a nice cup of tea in Ian's
As
house.
you do.
That's nice.
So
Wow.
that was kind of lovely.
Fancy.
Right. That's pretty much all I have to say. I've been riding on my trainer a lot. I'm trying to get back in shape because I've lost fitness. I've gained weight, and Mr. Hepler is absolutely going to get his revenge this year in Tenerife.
Oh, you're in
and
trouble.
Stick it to me.
You're in trouble. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
First mile. Mile 1, we
Mile
go
one.
hard.
See you,
Lay
Ian.
it down.
I hope you can find your way, 'cause I'm gone.
Oh man,
Good times.
that's all I got to say.
Ebler.
Oh yeah, I have been trainer gym. Like I've just been hitting it, I guess, trying to build winter miles, and I've never done this consistently in the gym, and I've been doing it at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week in the gym.
Are you in a bulk phase?
I am in a strength phase, yes. The hypertrophy phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you find it's affecting your on the bike training? Like, are you able to get out and go pretty hard the next day, or does it take a couple of days to?
The first 2 weeks, it's difficult to lift and not injure yourself when you haven't lifted in a long time. And so, like, the first week and a half, I kept tweaking things, like one little muscle fiber in my left quad, and then something in my right calf. And so my muscle soreness from the lifting wasn't bad. It was from those tweaks. I would get out and do rides with my buddies, like that New Year's Day ride. Man, my left quad was hurting because I had tweaked something in a lift, and it was doing squats. It wasn't doing, like, I know there's question about how effectiveness or how safe, like, doing leg presses are with those big heavy sleds. And I never hurt myself on a leg press. I always tweak something doing squats or something. So but like for the last 2 weeks, nothing, like, I guess the last week, the lifting hasn't caused any tweaks, and so I can still do the workouts.
Oh,
so
that's cool,
which is good.
I mean, I'm still finding that the DOMS, the delayed muscle
onset
soreness.
muscle soreness.
You know, I can schedule myself a hard workout the next day and then just wake up and go, no, there's no way I'm going to do that. Gotta just spin it out.
Yeah. Yesterday was like a double day for me. I did a very hard gym session and then had a long lunch and then did a sprint workout session on the trainer afterwards, and
Yeah,
was
I saw
able to
that.
complete it, but not.
Yeah.
It was freaking hard.
I saw.
It was hard to complete. but I got through it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see if I have a few more watts this year when I'm racing, or if I have a few more, if I can hang on a little bit longer, or if I have a little bit more durability. That's what I'm hoping. So
Some of these cycling trips that you guys go on really help a lot as well.
they do. Yeah, for sure. I mean, me and Ian are headed to Tenerife in a week and a half.
A week and a half.
And so, and those are on those trips.
Are you flying out of Portland, or are you flying?
I'm flying out of Portland.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're here for another week.
I'm here for another week. I would have left for Arizona already, but I'm in the middle of closing on a piece of property I'm selling.
Okay.
And I couldn't leave.
Right.
I couldn't leave the country.
Yeah.
And still
Close,
properly sign all the paperwork to close on this sale of a piece of property. So, so we've stuck around, which means I'm not in Arizona trying to enjoy some winter niceness for training. Although weather hasn't been great in Arizona, and it's not going to be bad here for a couple of days, other than really cold.
Yeah, it is cold.
But so I'm around for another week until we go to Tenerife.
All right, party on.
Good times.
Jake,
What?
what about you?
I did the dialed 1.
You got a dialed 1 in?
Dialed 1, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You're in it. 99%.
That was it.
Yeah.
So,
Chambali in sports.
Here, I will smash your face into a car windshield and then take your mother, Dorothy Mantooth, out for a nice seafood dinner and never call her again.
All right, Champ is here. We have had nothing but cyclocross. The cursed period in Belgium and the Netherlands was fantastic this year. There was 11 races in 10 days or something like that. It was
Epic conditions.
It was really good. Yeah, conditions were good. There were a couple of races where there was snow and sand, like snow on the beach.
Yes.
So the images and the racing, it was all really exciting to watch. I know we were
in the crashes.
Yeah, there were lots of crashes.
No, it didn't look bad,
It was still fun to watch. There was a I know sometimes it's hard to catch all the races in the curse period, but there was some pirate YouTube channel that live streamed all of them. Nice. Even the ones they weren't supposed to. They live streamed everyone. The quality.
How does YouTube not catch that?
I don't know. The quality wasn't great. It was 720 or something, but still, you could watch the races.
how were they
live.
doing it? Were they streaming?
They're probably streaming,
recording it playing live somewhere else.
No.
Were they there with their camera? What was going on?
I don't know. They were live streaming the.
I bet
I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, I bet you they were catching a feed out of their TV and plugging it into
They
YouTube.
must have.
Something simple like that.
Yeah, it wasn't TNT or it wasn't.
How did you find the channel?
I don't know. I looked up
and there was
I looked up
there was 1,000
Zonhoven
Pirate.
live
Pirate cyclocross.
Or was it
be weird?
4,000 people were watching this one thing, and you're like, well, that's
it was
probably something.
It was 20,000 people watching.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, maybe this, because sometimes you try to find something live and man, it is a dodgy link.
Well, we always joke, put on your internet condom and be careful on the old, be careful on those channels or websites or wherever you find it.
But it made it I could watch every race. You could watch the women's and the men's race.
Awesome.
They were both
so cool.
They were both on. And so I'd wake up in the morning and just go down and get on my trainer and turn on the race and just
You're like, subscribe, like.
Yes, I'm gonna watch this.
Good job. I mean, he'll lose his channel. I don't see the point in
it. Was called Alta or something. It wasn't like TNT, because a lot of the races would be reposted 6 hours late or 10 hours late in full, but no, there was some dodgy channel that came through for me.
Good job, dodgy channel.
Good job, dodgy channel.
Keep it up. We'll see you next year. No, we won't.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
What are the big stories of the curse period? Matthew Vanderpool, he raced 8 times. I think he raced 8 times over the curse period and won every single race. It was really kind of exciting to watch because in most every race, he didn't just hit the gas from lap 1. He worked into it except for the last one. He got a really good start in Zonhoven and was first to the first corner, race over.
Yeah.
Like 10 seconds into the race over. Vanderpool gone. And that was the first time he did that this year. Usually he would sit in for like 2 or 3 laps and then do one lap like 25 seconds faster than everybody else and then just kind of sit in, just like stay in his lead. So
if he wins the World Championships, what number is that for him?
7.
It's number 7 for him.
Okay.
And that would break the record for a single person winning cyclocross world championships. He has announced that if he wins the world championships, which isn't until the first weekend of February, that he will retire from cyclocross, that he won't race cyclocross anymore if he wins that race. So
all these rivals are just going to just let him win and get him out of there. Right?
They may.
Some of the interviews are interesting.
Dominant.
It's like you read about these guys and they're just like, yeah, I am good. I promise you. They're like arguing with the people. They're like, I promise you, I am good.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of talent right now, and I'm like, they're just talking about MVP. It's like
just talking about him. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's a tough time to be a good cyclocross rider. It's just like you're. I don't know.
It is tough. I think this morning there was an announcement that Ellie Iserbit was it this morning?
Yeah, I think so.
Ellie Iserbit, who is one of the world's best cyclocross races for the last 5 or 6 years, he has not raced yet this year, and we were all kind of waiting to see what was happening. He announced that he is done racing competitively, period.
Oh, wow.
And possibly recreationally as well.
He's got some health concerns, yeah.
Yeah. Some heart issue?
Yeah.
Or is it the dreaded leg vein
I can't
issue?
remember. I didn't read the full thing. I just kind of caught the
I didn't read the
caption
whole
of it.
thing
I'm like,
either.
oh, that sucks, but no.
But Iserbit said that he is retiring. It's so the race has been fun to watch. Wout van Aert gave a valiant effort in a couple races. He was really exciting to watch. He had terrible freaking luck. Wout did. Not only lost a couple races because of ill-timed flat tires or mechanical issues, but he had in his last race he had caught back up to Vanderpool. He'd been dropped by Vanderpool and caught back up to him.
He was looking pretty strong.
And he was looking really strong. It was a snowy day. They came into a corner hot. Wout went down and broke a bone in his ankle.
Yeah, had to have a little bit of surgery, and yeah.
And now his efficacy for the monuments and the spring classics are a little bit in question because he's going to be off the bike for like 4 weeks, which is a bit of a serious bummer. I
wonder if he'll be like, yeah, I'm done with cyclocross because this stuff happens.
He has said that he hasn't come out and said that. He actually came out and said that hearing Vanderpool was going to be done if he wins the World Championships, he was really surprised to hear that because for both of them, cyclocross is what brought the sport to them.
Right.
It's what got them involved in it, and the fact that Vanderpool is cutting out for that. Wout was still showing up, still has tons of fans there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a chance to watch Vanderpool and Wout in a race at the same time in Belgium in the winter, don't miss that.
Yep.
And that might be done forever.
It already might be done forever.
It already might be done forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly likely, actually.
Highly likely that Vanderpool wins and doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that kind of begs the question, though. Do you think he should come back and try and do at least just one more, just to put it a little bit further out of reach for somebody? I mean, it's kind of he can. Is that a bad choice? Do you think he should?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, the guy that he's winning the most cyclocross world titles from was from the 70s, I think. It was a long time ago, so it took a while.
Was it Sven Nys?
It wasn't Sven Nys. It was somebody before Sven Nys.
I mean, I gotta say, personally, I find it kind of boring.
When one guy is running away with it.
Spectacle. I think it's admirable, but at the same time, they're just kind of genetic freaks in a way. I mean, no doubt these guys bust their ass training and really work for it, but they're gifted people, and
Absolutely.
to see one person, it's just like Pogačar, to see one person race after race after race be so dominant. It would be different if it was a close call, but you know, when MVP was not racing cyclocross, the races were more entertaining. There was, from a spectator's point of view.
From a spectator's point of view. But did you see the crowds at the races?
Yeah.
It was stacked deep.
Yeah.
It was 20,000 people at every race. It was
my
remarkable.
favorite moment was in the women's race. I think it was Sonhofen is the Sandy race, right?
Yes.
Three of them came down that big hill together, and all three went over the handlebars within seconds of each other.
And the one who crashed first still got up and got out before the other two who went past her and then crashed. It was great. It was Peter Say and Lucinda Brand and Carlin Alvarado. So it was three of the world's best, and they all went over the bars.
At least in a cyclocross race, those crashes are kind of fun to watch because most of the time it's not that dangerous. You know, you crash into something soft. Whereas if that happened on the road in a bunch sprint or something, you'd be like, oh,
it's a whole different ball game. Yeah, for sure. So I agree. It makes the racing a little more boring, but man, I can't like pull myself away for it. I just want to see what Van der Poel does, and so I watched almost every second of every race, men's and women's, all week long. It was just fascinating to me and so good. So pretty exciting. I don't know what Van der Poel will do, because my guess is that to him, I've won that crap 100 times, right?
Yeah.
Well, seven world championships is enough.
I mean, you're the all-time greatest cyclocross racer ever.
Right.
But you've got the ability to add to your legacy. Do you do that, or do you just kind of like that's enough and move on to now?
I think it depends too on like what that move on to next is, because there's a lot to think about. There's the classics, right? Okay, so that's where he kind of
hasn't he won?
He's fantastic at. I don't think he's won all the monuments.
Has he won Flanders? He's won Roubaix. He's won Milan San Remo.
He has definitely not won all the monuments, because there's only 3 people that have ever done that.
Yeah. And so maybe that's the focus then after which
is a
one
great
day
focus.
racing.
Which
right.
and one day racing, I mean, that's kind of a sweet spot for him. The Grand Tours and stuff like that, green jersey maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good
question. I could
question.
see him doing very well in that.
No, because he puts sprinters on his team, not him. So he won't win the green jersey.
What's he? I mean,
so yeah,
do that well.
It's got to be monuments.
Got to
right?
be monuments then.
Yeah.
And I guess there's probably more money in road cycling. I mean, we know there's more. We know there's a lot more money in road cycling.
Yep.
That's not news, but I wonder sometimes like if there's a lot of money in the classics versus cyclocross.
I think those Belgium and Dutch athletes grow up idolizing those classic winners.
Yeah.
And so it's probably something ingrained from a very young age.
His first word probably.
His first
Classics.
word Roubaix. So it could be that's just so ingrained in them that that's what they want to do. So
What a value he is to an organization like Alpecin, though.
Yes.
Because it's not just all the races he wins, but he is so instrumental in a lot of those Tour de France races. You know, where Philipsen wins.
He let him out.
Yeah, because you've got the ultimate lead out guy in Van der Poel. So he's probably more valuable than any other rider has been in those terms.
So he's won Milan San Remo, he's won Flanders, he's won Paris-Roubaix. He has not won Liège, Bastogne-Liège, or Il-Lombardia. So those
and Pogačar's won like 5 Il-Lombardias in a row or something like that.
Yeah. I think he wants to kind of change gears a little bit as well. So maybe there's an opportunity for him. But here's another question. He's turning 31 this month.
Yeah.
And things are going to start to slow down for him.
They will.
So maybe it is the right time to say, I'm done with cyclocross. Let's focus on these last things that I want to check off the box. And
It's also nice to go out as a champion, I think. I mean, like he does next year, and maybe he's not as sharp as he used to be because he's pushing 31, which doesn't sound that old to me, but I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine that next year he would be like really struggling, but who knows? It would be funny, it'd be tough to be like, and now I'm getting third, fourth, or whatever it is. Like now I'm retiring. People would just be like, okay, yeah, good call. Time to move on. Whereas now we're all just like, he is the greatest of all time.
Yep.
So it might be a different discussion.
I personally think it's fine. Yeah, be done. I mean, it'd be cool to see him do 8, but I think for him to go on and try and win those last 2 monuments to add to his, Palmares, that would be pretty spectacular.
That'd be pretty
spectacular. I've, won stages of the tour. I've done
I've
this,
worn
that,
the yellow
and
jersey.
Yeah, I've won 7 national or world championships. And I won all of the monuments. I mean, or if
there's a couple that really don't suit him. I think the parkours is too much climbing for Van der Poel. He'll never outclimb Pogačar on those sustained efforts.
Or will he? Throw a stick in a spokesman.
Talk about going out on top. How about Simon Yates?
Oh yeah,
we hear about that
Wins
this
the
week.
Giro and is like, I'm out.
He announced his retirement. It was kind of a surprise. Did anybody see that coming?
No.
Did Jumbo see
How
that coming?
old is he? 35, something like that. He's not that old, right? I mean, I guess
I don't know. I mean, his brother's not retiring.
33.
that's pretty young. Okay, so to me, this screams like there's a health issue, or I don't know.
If I'm just not going to do any better than what I just did.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of this grind. I don't know.
Or he could get busted for drugs and have a quiet. No, this happens. I'm telling you.
Right.
They're telling you get in trouble for drugs, and they're like, you're going to quietly retire. And they're like, and yes, I am.
Okay.
That does happen.
There's a lot of motivation stuff that you have to think about when you're 33 years old and you've been doing this for probably the better part of 10 to 15 years. That starts to add up. Tell me a professional sport where you have to invest more of your time, energy, and effort and lifestyle to be competitive year over year than cycling.
It's one of those sports where you can put so much time in, and you have to.
No, like come on now. Seriously though, you have to stay sharp. Like you're right. In football, you can take off a month and be fine. You can take off 2 months and be fine. I mean, you're not going to want to totally do that. But in cycling, if you take off more than a week, you're going to be kind of screwed.
Swimming.
Yeah.
You lose the feel for the water.
But can you do exactly? But
I
can you
just
do
named
that
three,
for that
Jake.
long?
You
Can you do that long?
No, you can't.
You're over a year. Like
you're right.
You're training 350 days out of a 365-day year, and you have to eat perfect. You've got to sleep perfect. You've got to do everything perfect just to be competitive. Unless you're some
It's got to be a weird, a difficult thing to cope with though as a professional athlete, especially if you're at the very, very top. You've got all these people, thinking you're so great and you're famous and you're the best at what you do, and then you just have to reinvent yourself. You have to stop that. Mm-hmm. I mean, Geraint Thomas has just retired this year after nearly a 20-year career.
38 or something like that. Yeah,
and he's still going to be involved in the team. As a sports director, I believe. Or
it's different than sports director. It's some kind of management
but
for
still
Ineos.
to put that behind you, and go on to a second part of your life. It's a huge transition.
Yeah.
It's just a big ask, especially when you're starting to get 33, probably gonna be 34 sometime this year. It's like, do I want to do this another year? Do I have enough money in the bank and I can still go ride my bike because I love it? I don't know. Or
I think Van der Poel's got enough money in the bank.
Is this just a giant plot for him to go jump over to UAE and race with his brother?
Wouldn't that be cool? Have they been on the same? They haven't been on the same professional team.
No. They weren't they?
I saw a little bit when I was reading, and it was like a funny little clip that somebody sat down pretending to be like the I think it was like the team director for UAE and talking to Simon Yates about why did you do all this stuff? And they were he was just trying to make it funny, but he's like, you could come over and then you and your twin brother, you guys could just, you could still race, but just pretend to be each other. So we have to only put in half the effort to race half the races.
That's
right. I'm like, hey, there you go.
You went to the well yesterday. How are you so fresh? That's brilliant.
Great.
So cool.
Yeah. So pretty interesting. That's stuff that's happened. I should mention women's cyclocross. Lucinda Brand has basically been owning every race, just like Van der Poel has. She did lose the last race in Zonhoven just because she made one more mistake than a few of the other ladies. So it's a little bit closer. more competitive field in the women's race, but still super exciting. We'll have a little bit of a break before Cyclocross World Championships, which don't happen until February 2nd or something like that.
Where are those going to be at this year?
It's in the Netherlands or Belgium.
You just made something up,
I know.
I guess.
Yeah, you could have. I don't remember. So it should be interesting to see what happens.
One little bit to add here. Did you guys happen to read about Sarah Hammer? You guys remember who Sarah Hammer is? She's like one of the most decorated track athletes forever. She evidently is not doing so hot right now. And she had some like really intense arm pain and ended up going to the emergency room the next morning, and then they had to life flight her somewhere else, and they've done something like 5 surgeries. She's got some sort of vascular issue going on with her arm, but in the process of trying to save her arm, they've done 5 surgeries, and now there's been some paralysis to her diaphragm. So now she's having like really difficult issues breathing, and she's like on it's cascading. It's like falling downhill quickly for her, and she's not doing super well. But the 5 surgeries they did for her arm were successful, but she's got a lot of complications and probably looking at some more surgery down the road. And Chloe Dygert has started a GoFundMe for Sarah because this is going to be a pretty expensive thing for her. So go look that up if you want to help support a phenomenal U.S. track athlete.
Yeah, she's a pretty incredible athlete.
Seemed like a great human too. So
yeah, very good.
Sucks. Anyway,
Champ out. That's it.
Thank you, Champ. Well, let's move on.
I did it with nothing but my own blood, sweat, and tears, and extra blood.
People dope. Yeah. You know, this is a sport with literally hundreds of dollars on the line and dozens of fans. The stakes are medium.
Come on. How do you beat the man on drugs if you're not on drugs?
Wait, did you just admit to being on drugs?
The EPO Chain Mail. Send us a text with your questions. Forward this podcast to 15 people, and you'll lose 10 pounds overnight without even trying.
You've got mail.
I tried that and it didn't work. The guy's full of crap. Just saying. We got nothing, guys. Nobody sent us anything. So it's just another week of that. I guess you got to be consistent for people to want to send you some stuff and things. But the EPO chain mail is open, and we are, I don't know, sit here waiting ready for you guys to send us some questions and input and whatnot. EPO, for those of you aren't in the know, we're not talking about performance enhancement stuff. That's the electric post office. People get your minds out of the
people want to
gutter.
ask us stuff? Subject matter experts, right?
Yeah. But yeah, you just use whatever podcasting thing you're listening to the show on. There's a little contact us thing on there. You can send us a message, and yeah, love to hear from you. Cool. You guys have any EPO chain mail things? Do you have any things that you need to ask? No.
Yeah, move on.
Good times.
Sugar.
All right. Well, let's jump into the topic for today.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot.
Paris Hilton.
That's hot. Yeah.
That's hot.
So all things Paris Hilton.
Yes.
That's hot. That's really hot.
Our topic is Paris Hilton today.
Yeah.
And Nicole Richie.
I think she's a cyclist.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched that show. I know of it, but I've never seen it. There's a lot of TV shows that I've never watched that are.
Didn't miss a thing.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yes, I saw maybe a quarter of an episode and realized not something I should watch.
How about are you
worth my time?
Big Kardashian fan too? You watch a lot of that?
Nope, not more than 5 minutes.
Not even seen.
Can't watch this either.
I've never seen 5 seconds of that, but anywhu, we're gonna do the hot seat this week, and I think Matt, you want to start us off?
Sure.
Like you do always.
Since I love to start.
We put you on the spot.
Well, we were talking about the monuments earlier, for sure, and I think that's something fun to look forward to as far as track cycling goes. And I think one of the big stories is going to be, can Pogačar round out his total 5 monuments that he's looking to get?
No.
The problem is MVP.
Yes.
So
the problem is Milan San Remo.
Problem is Paris-Roubaix.
That's true. Let's guess that.
And,
those two.
and San Remo,
And
yeah.
San Remo and Paris-Roubaix. That's the problem.
Do you think he'll race all of these races? Do you think that he will have a chance at winning? I mean, we know he can win.
There was already reports that he was doing some recon of Roubaix this year in January already. He did a couple recon rides of some areas. So I think he's planning on doing. He did Roubaix last year for the first time, kind of off the couch. As much as off the couch that He is. I think, wasn't he 4th or something or 3rd?
Roubaix last year.
Yeah.
He nearly came into the stadium with Van der Poel, right? But he crashed out, or was that
He
2
crashed
years
out.
ago?
And I think that was this year. No, because I think that was the
2
first
years ago that
time
he crashed out.
Clearly,
Was it 2 years?
We're experts in the field. If only we had some kind of computer to
Like a
look up,
handheld thing.
like a handheld thing where you
It
could
told us
ask it a
things.
question and it would tell us what actually happened. Anyway,
I will say though, it is cool. I mean, as boring as it is, I think that Pogačar in the Tour de France, how predictable everything is. We haven't had a Grand Tour winner race the classics like this.
Very
for
true.
Decades.
that's true.
The fact that he's getting stuck in Paris-Roubaix and winning on the Champs-Élysées, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty remarkable.
So good luck. But I don't think he can, I don't know. Yeah, I think Milan-San Remo, that's going to be super hard for him to win. For sure. And Roubaix.
The thing with Roubaix is that it's very hard on lighter riders, right? So
Yeah.
the classic climbers tend not to do very well in Roubaix because there's no long climbs. You're bouncing around on all these nasty roads. It takes some luck to win Roubaix to not have a mechanical that takes you out. That takes a little bit of luck. And just being able to survive and
I feel like the
whole
last like 10K is like time trial-ish
Right.
almost. And so maybe if he's in the right place at the right time, there's a chance, but it's a lot of luck.
Yeah,
It's a lot of luck.
because
It's a lot of
bad
luck.
luck could happen to Van der Poel or whoever
Correct.
else.
In San Remo, would you guys saying that's not his?
It's not. It's also because there's not enough climbing in San Remo. San
a-
Remo's
it's-
hard because it's like 320 kilometers long, or I don't know.
Right.
It's really
Which is
super
within his
long.
wheelhouse.
Right. But it's not. There isn't big climbs in it, so he can't
Short, steep.
He can't get away. So
Yeah.
there's these couple of climbs. One is 5 kilometers. Not the Cipressa. The Poggio
Poggio.
is 5 kilometers from the finish.
Right.
It's short, but it's not very long. And the Cipressa is like 30 kilometers from the finish. It's a little bit longer, but they come, 5 hours into the race or
Yeah.
6 hours in the race because they're racing for so long. So what weeds things out in Milan-San Remo is the length of it. And last year, they
Which is good for MVP having like these like punchy.
yes,
Right.
So last year,
the
UAE tried
6 out.
very hard to get Pogačar away on the Cipresso and then on the Poggio.
Right.
So to hit those sections really hard to string out the field and launch Pogačar so he could get
Which
away.
seems like the right strategy.
It's the only right strategy for Pogačar to win that race. What happened was
It seems possible.
is that Van der Poel and who's the big Italian guy also went with him, the time trial guy.
Ghana.
Yeah,
Filippo
Filippo
Ganna.
Ganna. So Filippo Ganna and Van der Poel were able to stay with Pogačar at the end there.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to a sprint with Filippo Ganna and
Yeah.
and Van der
That's a tough
Poel.
place to be.
Where's Pogačar going to end up in a field sprint with that? 3rd place, which is what he
I mean, when Pogačar puts down one of his Watt bombs halfway up the Galibier or the Alpe d'Huez or one of those big alpine climbs, and then he can carry that
Yes.
through for another 20, 30 minutes.
Yes.
At threshold.
You get a 30-second gap that
There's
nobody else
can
close.
match him, but he puts down that Watt bomb on the Poggio and
it's 2 minutes
then they're
long.
over the top, right?
It's
Right.
2 minutes long.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It's not long.
So they can stick with him, and he hasn't done it yet. He's not been able to get away.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 votes. Not going to happen. We got 3 votes. Is not going to happen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'll vote that it will happen then.
Okay.
I hope
So
I'm
you
not
hear it
wrong.
right here. Style podcast. It may or may not happen.
Well, is he going
It
to...
may or may not happen. You can take that to the bank, people. You can take that to the bank.
So what is that? So is he going to do Il Lombardia again? Is he done with that? Or is he going to try to
think
win
there's-
all 5 monuments in 1 year? That would be ridiculous if that happened.
That would.
And the
that
other
would be
question
crazy.
is he going to do the Vuelta?
yeah, that's...
He's not doing
This would be
the Giro this year.
This would be
Not doing the
a
Giro.
record 6th win if he wins Lombardia again.
Yeah.
So there's a record there if he cares about. I don't know if he cares about that. He probably doesn't care about that at all.
Well, we've got the World Champions are close to Il Lombardia, and they're in Canada this year.
Canada?
So that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But the Vuelta. Okay, we're not done with Matt's question.
No, we can be done with it. We can move on. Whatever
I'm
you guys
done
want.
with you.
I'm done with you. I had it.
Which one of you blokes want to go next?
I'll go next. What's Pogačar going to do at the Vuelta?
That's a good question.
Okay, so he's never done the Vuelta before. I'm pretty sure that the Vuelta organizers designed a race that would make it more intriguing for Pogačar to come, and they probably paid him €500,000
or probably
to come to his race.
Probably more.
Yeah, I don't
probably
know.
more than that, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably tossed in some tapas and some paella.
Yeah.
This is all about the tapas.
They'll make a lot more money.
They will. If he's there, they will absolutely make a lot more money. And
is that why Yates isn't coming back this year?
Maybe.
Pogačar's to be there and he can't defend?
Forget it. I can't. But that would be pretty exciting. Doing the Vuelta Tour double is
insane.
Pretty difficult because there's like 3 weeks between the races or something like that.
Would he ever ride in support? And no, it's not his style.
Could he? I don't know. Do you know? Look at the people that are on his team. Del Toro, and I mean, he's got great riders on his team that could also win races, which means, and I think Pogačar is pretty clear about that he doesn't want to be selfish with the wins because he wants to be able to give back to his teammates who do so much for him to be able to win other races. He's made those comments before.
I don't see UAE as ever, while Pogačar's around, it would never be a team where there'd be co-leaders, like for example, we've seen that in other teams in the past where the leaders are of similar abilities.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but Pogačar's so far ahead of
Got to give it
anybody
a
else
few
on
more
his
years
team.
when he starts to age a little bit, slow down a little bit, and then they've got some upcoming talent. Then they can start playing that dual-headed monster deal.
But it wouldn't work to say Pogačar's going to start this race in a
team's
support
objective is to win every race they enter, and you're always going to put the best chips in play to make that happen, and that's Pogačar. I mean, when we're talking about GC, they're not going to stray from that, but it might be a stage in a Grand Tour where he would very well step up and maybe help out a teammate.
Yeah,
why not?
Well, yeah, and if his teammate is in contention and he has a bad day, and falls back or has a crash or whatever, and then he might switch roles, I guess.
And we have seen him before be a part of a lead out for a teammate, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe at some point in time. I kind of have a memory of that, but I can't say for sure. But
I can't really recall.
I've seen him in sprints and what is he doing? And it might have been something for a teammate that was behind him. But anyway,
he's got a pretty decent sprint himself, right?
Yeah, he puts Watts down.
Yeah.
Do you think you could take him?
Me?
Yeah, in your prime.
Yeah, I'm sure I could. Yeah.
Okay.
Good position. It's all about positioning.
Yeah. You taking Tadej out at PIR in the sprint finish?
Nope.
I
wouldn't be able to stay on his wheel.
Pogačar would just lap the field at PIR.
Okay, so let me revise my question. Can Pogačar win the Vuelta and the Tour and all 5 monuments?
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Would you want him to, though?
It makes things a little boring, right?
It would definitely make things boring, but I think that for a lot of this stuff, it just comes down to so much chance. I really think that's like the Tour de France thing where it's like there's going to be carnage, and it's just like, who gets hurt the most? Who gets hurt where?
Yeah, can you
also,
stay healthy?
Like, what does Jonas do, right? Like, there's rumors that he's potentially talking about doing the Giro this year.
Yeah.
Which does that, I mean, if he does that, does he come in a different spot fitness-wise for the Tour? And then is it really easier? Does it make it easier for Pogačar? There's so many little things that could go different directions.
But also,
and we don't know until we kind of get into the thick of it, and he gets kind of past the Tour, and then he went through that Tour and it was just fine. This is all going to set up for this last Tour this year. I don't know.
I mean, my point was going to be that road racing is a team sport, and there's nobody can hold a candle against UAE right now. They've got way more money than anybody else, way more talent, and Jumbo is not there. It's not the team that it was
the team it used to be.
5 years ago, I don't think. So we'll see.
So does that make this upcoming road season less attractive than in
I think
years
it could
past?
be boring.
His Pogačar's potential dominance. So comes he almost won every freaking race he entered this last year.
Yeah, he did. He really won a lot of races.
Pretty remarkable.
Hey, so road racing starts next week in Tour Down Under. Pogačar will not be there. I don't think, right?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
You guys excited for the tour this year?
Yeah, always.
Do you know where day one is? Do you know where they're riding out of?
It's starting in. It's not. No, is it Greece? No, that's the Vuelta. I think somebody's starting in Greece. Where's it starting out of?
Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona.
Barcelona. Castilian diphthong there. On 4th of July.
Oh, really?
You want to hear a funny thing? Who by chance is going to be in Barcelona on July 4th?
Are you going to be there?
Yeah.
You're going to be in Barcelona on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
You could watch stage one.
That's a byproduct. I had no idea. And we were looking at some stuff. And of all things, my daughter looks it up. And she's like, Dad, when does the tour start? And I'm like, well, it usually starts right around the 4th of July, usually a day or two before or sometimes on. I'm like, look it up on your phone. And she pulls it up and she's like, do they always, why are they going to be in Spain? I'm like, what do you mean in Spain? He's like, well, they're going to be in Barcelona and they're going to be there the day that we're going to be there. I'm like, wait, what? How did I not know this?
Dude, this changes your whole trip.
This does change your trip.
A little bit, yeah.
No, it does. Like, I mean, just like logistics wise, it's going to be crowded as all get out.
Yeah.
Barcelona's already crowded in the summer with tourists.
Yeah.
To have the tour there is going to be, it's going to be nuts.
Bonkers. Yeah, we're going to be there.
Going to be busy.
Right, for like a day or two. And the premise was like, all right, we're going to go over to Spain and we're going to go try and meet up with the exchange student that we had 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was just on the counter. I didn't even think to register in my brain like where the tour was going to be at that point in time, because I've had a million other things going in my brain. Of my daughter, of all people, my oldest daughter says that. I'm like, holy crap, you got to be kidding me. So, there will be attempts for me to get in there and see some stuff, and there will be camera and video stuff taken.
Fantastic.
And
and that's going to be part of a Euro Honduran vacation this summer.
We might have to go meet him there.
Yeah.
There you go.
We can
Matt,
ride past him. Give him
So my oldest daughter goes to school at Penn State, and she applied for this exchange student, well, not exchange student, study abroad program. And it's the program that she's in. There's not a lot of spots, and there's a lot of kids that do put in their applications to go. And she ended up getting accepted. And she's going to be in Florence for, 6 or 7 weeks. And she actually knocks out like 3 classes, I think it is, in that time period. It's pretty awesome. And it's less expensive for her to go do that than it is for her to take those same classes at Penn State. So like, go do that.
Way to go, America.
So we've been trying to go there for God knows how many years now. And it turns out that, she gets accepted, and we're like, all right, we're going to do this, and we're going to fly out there, get there probably like 2 or 3 days before she finishes her semester, kind of take a look around Florence, and then we're going to go to Switzerland and see some things up in Switzerland, which is going to be fantastic. And then we're going to make our way over to Barcelona, and I guess kind of watch some Tour de France. And see
cool.
So
Good for you. Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I might even have a tour guide when I'm over there too, and maybe she can show me like the ins and outs of the ins and outs of where to be. And
so my daughter did a similar thing this last year, except she spent the 3 months in Barcelona.
Okay.
Taking classes there for our architecture program. And it's the same thing. It ended up being such a great deal because the way it all worked out, she was able to cut an entire year off of her program because she did this summer classes. So she had a great time.
My daughter rode trains and drank her way through Europe.
It's also a good option.
You trained her well, Lance. You trained her well.
I don't know what happened.
Some kids are learning and some kids are forgetting.
All right. Do we answer your question?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, he's gonna win. He's
Hot
winning
seat question.
everything like that.
These are hot seat questions.
It's his season to lose, so
Okay, I thought of something.
go for it, Gibbo.
I'm going to bring it closer to home, I think. Let's talk about our time trial that's coming up in March, the Dialed Michael Myers Memorial Time Trial. And we have, or I have, come to the executive decision to make the whole thing Eddie, like, we're not going to have time trial bikes or disc wheels or aero cockpits unless you are racing in the open race. There'll be an open race and there'll be an open women's race where aero is allowed. But other than that,
I think that's okay.
We're going to have road bikes. How do you think that's going to go down? And what do you think it has to say about time trialing overall?
You'll have 4 people really pissed off.
Yeah. Well,
and you'll have 60 other people like thankful that it's happening.
Well, as you were saying that, I thought you were going to be like, no time trial stuff, like the whole race. And I was like, ooh, that's a choice.
Baggy shorts.
No, but it's
and a cape.
The other good thing
so many
is
people have there are a group of people that have time trial bikes that love racing them, and
Yes.
there's not a lot of places to race them. Yeah. So all of those people are excited about having a time trial race. But if they hop in the open race and they can compare their times to last year and they can do all kinds of stuff, there's plenty of ways to be competitive versus being like, no, I wanted to win the 34 and a half age group to 34 and 3/4 age group.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's
come
open.
on. Race the open race. You're good.
It's not just Pro 1-2 open, it's open. So our local pro triathletes can be competitive there as well.
Oh, they can race in the open category and not have to be a 2 on the road to race in it.
Are you going to kick them out with their non-UCI compliant TT bikes, though? I mean,
they never have before.
Nope.
No, actually,
this is kind of the trend that's been happening in U.S. road races anyway, especially in time trials. The Bigger City Cycling Classic, which is one of the bigger road races in the U.S., they have a time trial, but it's all Eddie except for the pros.
Yeah.
It's all the age groups, you're not allowed to use a time trial bike. At the Tucson Bicycle Classic, that race opens with a time trial, and it's Eddie as well. You can't be on a time trial bike.
It makes sense because if you compare that with the race a week before, the Valley of the Sun, right? That was a time trial.
It was time trial, and you could use time trial bikes.
Everybody, including myself, I had to take my time trial bike all the way down there.
Yeah.
Just for that 1 30-minute effort.
Yes, that's right.
Complete different bike. You know, you costs you money. You've got to spend time training on that bike.
Right. I had a podcast listener loan me his bike.
That's right, you did.
Oh yeah.
For that race, so I could. So it was a non-UCI compliant time trial bike.
You're going to talk to him again this year?
I probably will.
Does this decision have anything to do with the fact that you sold your TT bike?
It was also that.
Not self-serving
Actually,
at all.
the races, so I did a couple of TTs last year. I went to Baker City, and that was Eddie, apart from the Pro 1-2s and 60-plus guys, me.
Right. Yeah.
And so all my peers went out on their time trial bikes, and I was on my gravel bike. That's my excuse.
Why did they
I don't know.
single out the 6? Somebody complained.
Probably. I don't know.
And there was probably,
You can't make everybody happy all the time. There's going to be people that it affects negatively, and that is too bad. But I think it is the trend, that
Yeah. Well, you and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and you asked me my thought. I think it's a fantastic idea. And just putting all the time trial bikes into their respective category, of like you're in open and then there's the open women. You go racing those two things and you're good. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that you can't acknowledge somebody for being 50 or 60 plus and saying they're the fastest whatever and give them like a pat on the back or something.
Totally could. You absolutely you can definitely make announcements.
So there's nothing to say that you can't do that. It just doesn't have to be this like long drawn out day of like all these classes. It's going to make the organization of the race a lot easier.
Yeah.
No?
I mean, there were categories last year, like the time 40 plus or whatever, where there's only 3 or 4 people in that.
Just make that field much
wave
bigger.
Of starters. So,
now, does this not open the door for the consideration of having a team time trial on road bikes?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, go for it.
Team time trial.
This is how it's going to go, right? We're going to start off with, I believe we're going to start off with the open categories, and then we'll have open plus the masters age groups and the juniors on Eddie bikes. there'll be a pause for prizes and whatnot. And then in the afternoon, we're going to go team time trial.
Cool.
Teams of 4.
On TT bikes or
no?
just Eddie bikes?
Eddie bikes.
Now, is it just have to? It's the fastest time of the third person across the line.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll have teams of 4 and the fastest third person.
So Lance can drink his Rocket Red again and puke all of himself.
Oh yes.
I did a team time trial with Jake. Who else were we with?
Surratt and
Surratt.
Was it Hamill? Maybe. Or no?
Yes.
Was it Hamill?
It was Hamill, Jake, Surratt, and me. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
I made it like 10 minutes, puked on myself, got dropped. That was it. Still took third place because I was on it.
I did something similar. I was on a team with Hatfield and 2 other people. I can't remember, but I was struggling. I was that 4th guy.
Yeah. That was a fun little TT. I remember Surratt was an absolute diesel. Like he was doing the lion's share of the work on that because I was kind of freshly coming back after getting hit by the car. My fitness was okay, but I couldn't get comfortable on the bike, and I was a little bit on the struggle bus. I still finished with everybody, but man, we leaned on him and he delivered. So
he's not going to be happy that we're going Eddie.
No, he can still race his TT bike.
He can still race the TT
And
bike.
he can still put down a pretty good time.
Yeah.
So it's not saying you can't race your TT bike, but
no. But this is happening all over the country. You're right. It's the trend, and I can almost see the day where it comes to the pros as well.
Yeah.
You know, and the argument is like, I mean, look what happened to Chris Froome on his time trial bike, and this is the issue that those guys have is that you have to,
Bernal. Yep.
yeah, and Bernal,
Yeah.
you have to spend a lot of time training out on the open road, basically balancing on your elbows with your hands away from the brakes, right? It's inherently dangerous, and if you're a pro and you've got to spend, I don't know, a couple of 100 hours a week doing that, then the chances of injuring yourself is high.
Yes.
Not to mention the logistics of having all those bikes in the bus, transporting them for 3 weeks, the expense of it all, and also how very little of it would translate to sales.
Yeah,
Exactly,
you're right.
right? It's such a niche thing anymore.
True.
just out of curiosity, I mean, if it's retracting the way that we think it is, and less people in the cycling arena are buying TT bikes or getting rid of them, and events are going to the Eddie, the manufacturers aren't going to sell as many TT bikes that, obviously triathletes use as well. Matt, could you ever see a situation where the manufacturers are going to just stop making TT bikes, or there's going to be very few left that are going to make them, and it's going to get even more expensive to the point where people aren't going to want to spend the money?
And maybe they're just, instead of TT bikes, they're just called triathlon bikes, right? Like in 10 years from now, maybe people are just like, oh, you mean a triathlon bike? Who knows?
Maybe.
And they could have different rules for those bikes, different geometry, all the stuff. I mean, they kind of do now, right?
Yep.
But still, it could go much further. I could see that happening for sure. But it's the bike manufacturing industry is small enough that some of those companies could be like, we get rid of a SKU, and because those are expensive bikes, they don't sell a ton of them.
Right.
Triathlon's not that big. I could see a lot of companies being like, yeah, we don't need to do this.
Would triathlon ever transition to a different style of bike? I mean, what's saying that you can't eventually just transition to a road bike and put some clip-on aero bars on it?
There's always been talk of like the pros can have TT bikes and then everyone else should potentially be on road bikes, like just for like safety concerns too. You get a whole bunch of squirrely triathletes on TT bikes and you put them out there on the road, and there's a ton of them with like those triathlon races are big. A lot of them, you've got like 10,000 people on TT bikes that are not even really going that fast, and they're in a pack of people or trying to not draft and all this stuff. It can be a mess. So I could see some of that happening. And I think they would always keep the no drafting rules for triathlon because they don't want like a peloton.
Correct.
But it's right now, it's definitely part of the culture to have TT bikes. I mean, if you look at the history of triathlon, it has always been part of it. So I don't see it happening anytime soon. Long term, I think it would have to take a lot of pressure from the manufacturers, and there's always that chance that someone else is getting, like one company is going to be like, screw that, I can be the one company that does it. So
well, there are some bike brands that market exclusively to the triathlon
Yep.
community.
Quintanar.
Quintanar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's
probably a couple others.
I mean, I think it would be a shame in a way to see all that go away. There's something, the geek in me kind of likes that speed technology, you know, like ultimate, how fast can you make a human powered bicycle go?
Yeah, but we're already tweaking that, like, because really, like, a recumbent bike could be very fast, and you can put it in the bullet shape, and there's like all kinds of crazy stuff that you can do that we all just kind of like, no. But then this one, but aero bars, sure, but recumbent bike, no. Like, I don't know, like we're already kind of like splitting hairs. So
you know, what would be a really cool product would be a quick change cockpit setup where you could have a complete TT cockpit quick change onto your road bike. I know a lot of companies like Factor, for instance, they make the drop bars with the lugs already on the top part of the bars, so you can put on a set of
you can
skis, but I mean a whole cockpit.
You can do this though. There's a way to do it. There's quick releases now for the hydraulic lines.
Oh,
and we've installed a few of them for a couple of different people. Sarah Gates, who's been on the podcast, has a gravel bike that has those quick releases on there.
Okay.
It makes it really easy to travel with, but it also has a thing where she can have her drop bars one day and she can come back and quickly swap it out and she could be on a flat bar.
That's cool. So you can release those.
Do you remember when Trek had this Madone that you had like a spot built onto the handlebars that you could like mount the aero bars piece to it?
Maybe? I don't know.
That was not that long ago.
Yeah, and then like the Felt AR1 or the Felt AR road bike that they had, the geometry on a road bike and a TT bike are slightly different. You're more forward on the TT bike, and you're going to be a little bit higher, and you're just basically trying to save your quads. Well, that Felt road bike called the AR, the seat post could come out. You could turn it around, and it would bring you up into that forward position. Put some clip-on aero bars, and then you've got a poor man's TT bike there.
I mean, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
I was thinking with the hydraulic lines, but if you can disconnect those without losing any pressure or introducing air into them.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the company off the top of my head, but we've seen them in action, and they work actually really quite well. We've got another teammate that has done this for a cyclocross bike, so it can quickly go from a flat bar bike to a drop bar bike, because there's people that want to go race single speed, and at that bike I think he had something where it could be one or the other. Anyway, it was a pretty cool little setup, and those things are pretty reliable too. I was like at first
super suspicious of it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Then I looked at him like, that's actually really solid engineering, so kind of cool. But
yeah, I mean, add your wireless shifting to that, and
so I think like an example of what TT bikes could be looking at. It's just what happened with cyclocross. I mean, there's so many brands that just stopped making cyclocross bikes because they needed to put their resources into gravel bikes. And to go buy a proper cyclocross bike now, you're going to pay a pretty penny.
They're hard to find.
Yeah.
Brand new cyclocross bike, they're hard to find.
And, before like all the tariffs and all that other stuff, I remember like Cervelo was making them obviously for Wout. And I think they were like $9,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my Lord, it's probably more like 10 or 11 now, given how much everything costs in bike world. But interesting.
So maybe we should ban cyclocross bikes and have everybody ride gravel bikes.
They can't even get them to agree on tire width.
Yeah. Anyway, Michael Myers time trial coming up March 21st, which is a Saturday.
Okay.
Provisionally, that's penciled in right now.
Cool. I've come on out.
Vancouver Lake.
This opens the door for a lot of people just to come out, like bring a bike with some road tires on it. Just come out. Bring a gravel bike if you want to. I mean,
it's a great event in that it's just welcoming and it's not intimidating, right? Because you're not in a pack of people. You're basically racing yourself against the clock. You're pushing yourself. It's win-win. There's nothing to be intimidated about, right?
No.
Just pin on a number and show up.
Cool.
Pay the entry fee.
All right. Well, good times. That's a fun little
date on that again.
March 21st.
And how can people sign up?
Well, they can't sign up right now, but eventually we're going to use Obra's registration system, so they'll be able to sign up on obra.org, obra.org.
Sweet. Thanks, Ian. That's That's a good one, and appreciate you taking on the Michael Myers Memorial Time Trial again, per usual. Yeah, it's gonna be good times. All right, my hot seat question. It's kind of is this hot or is it not? Hot or not?
That's hot.
I could probably push some buttons here, but whatever. There you go. The Factor 1.
Oh,
hot or not? Is that something you guys would ride? For those of you, because you can't see what I'm showing the guys right now in terms of pictures and imagery, if you haven't seen, the Factor 1 came out with this pretty crazy looking fork system, pretty crazy integrated cockpit, and the bike in itself is supposed to be pretty stinking fast as an aero bike is concerned. I don't think it's the lightest bike in the world, but
definitely aero.
First, when I was looking at these bikes, I was like, I don't know if that's for me. That seems like it's going to be kind of uncomfortable. It seems like it's more of like a crit racer's delight or something that you would use in like a really flat roady thing. But I've actually talked with a few people that have been riding them for a while, and I've seen a couple things online, and people are actually really liking that bike. There's a couple little cons to it. One, it costs an ungodly amount of money, and have been some people that have said it doesn't handle super, super well at like super low speeds. I'm like, oh, okay. How often are you going like super slow where you need it to handle, anyway. Is that something that you guys would ever consider riding? I mean, you would ride it, obviously, but would you ever own it?
Help me stay attached on the flogging ride, do you think?
Yes, maybe. Yeah, it would. I am a Factor fan. I love all things Factor. When I saw this bike come out, I was like, what in the hell of a satanic configuration did they make with this thing? It looks so weird.
You could almost run a fat tire under it.
Yes, the front fork is so wide.
That's my favorite part, though, because you can run big tire. You could run a lot of different stuff on it. That seems cool to me. Yeah. And from an aerodynamic standpoint, you're getting around the wind turbulence. You're basically like moving your fork away from wind turbulence. This was always. They've moved this direction. Yes. All right. They've already moved. Like, this is the way that things have been for a while, but it used to be like they want to get close to the tires. Right. So it's all one disturbance when the wind comes through. And now they're like, nope, let's just move away from there. So it's just not part of the deal.
It's the way the track bikes are made these days, right?
Yes, they do. They are made with wider forks. The track bikes have wider forks now too.
The big question is, are you going to buy this thing and then the UCI bans it? I mean,
didn't they already kind of ban it, and then I've got to go check my math on this one, but I think that the very first iteration of it, there was something that came down from the UCI saying that it's not legal, and I think Factor had to go back and make some small adjustments too before they brought it to market. But it is out, and people are riding it. So I still have not seen one in person.
Yep.
We have one on order. Hopefully should have it at the lab in probably about a month's time or not.
I was going to say, I think the Dialed Cycling Lab should buy it and give it to me as an ambassador.
Someone's got to test it.
Somebody's got to test it. I represent a good chunk of the aging cycling population.
So I've also got a picture of this with some gravel tires on it. I think it's got some like 45 mil gravel tire on there, and it still looks like a tiny tire on this particular fork.
Lots of bud room.
Could you ride that bike on gravel?
Whew. It wouldn't be that comfortable on gravel.
I don't think so either. But I mean, you could go with a little bit more voluminous of a tire and play with the pressure just to create a little bit of compliance. I don't know what the clearance is on the back of the bike, but I still think that it's got a little bit of room. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I'm looking at the back tire in relation to the actual seat tube. There's not a lot of wiggle room back there, so I don't think you could put anything on the back.
You got to go 22 on the back and 48 on the front.
I think it'll take a 30 on the back, but not much bigger.
Okay. 30 cyclocross tire.
It looks like it's designed to go fast, and I'm sure the geometry is not gravel friendly.
I tell you this, to answer your question, is it hot or not? Arctic ice cold. No, it is not hot. Would I ride one? Absolutely.
What wouldn't you ride? Who wouldn't you ride?
That's a good question.
So many questions.
I thought you had more integrity than that.
Nope.
So not a hot, not a good looking bike. What about the cockpit on that? Do you find that to be unattractive?
I hate it.
That's what I think is the worst.
The worst?
It looks like, what's the other company that
Cervelo.
has?
Look.
No, Cervelo.
No, there's another one.
Cervelo.
Cervelo has a weird one.
S5 or whatever.
The Y Pinarello has a weird cockpit.
Colnago did it too.
Colnago, see, there's several like weird looking V-shaped cockpits that just look weird.
Yeah.
Even though Tadej rides one, it's just
with carbon fiber construction now, you can basically make a bike any shape you want and have it feel like a bike. You know, you can lay that carbon up in such a way that you can't tell if it's a monocoque or without a top tube or whatever. But just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah. I wonder how much of a hassle it is to route the hydraulic lines in that. I don't even.
Question.
Yeah. I mean, anything you're going to put on that's going to be wireless, but
it might not be that bad. I mean, they kind of are directing in the right
through the
direction
bars, but I'm looking at the whole like headset-ish kind of space.
I'm just thinking like you got to put your hands somewhere, and you don't want to put your hands weird. Like, I mean, you just have to be able to be comfortable on the bike. There's computers. There's all kinds of stuff that we put on our handlebar. Like, I just don't think that concept is. I'm sure it's fun and different and great, good for you. But sometimes you want a regular bike.
Right.
Yeah. I was talking with Joel from Factor about this, and granted, Factor signs his paychecks, and he'll be the first one to admit that to you. But he said that he's been riding this bike for a couple months now, and he says he absolutely loves it. And he was a little bit at first. I remember when I first talked to him, he's like, I'm not 100% sure because he's got some chops on a bike too.
He can ride a bike.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm not quite sure how this is going to translate to like some longer rides. He's like, I can definitely see this being a fantastic bike for crits or for like some flat stage road race or something like that, where you got to just really use aerodynamics to your advantage. But he said he spent quite a bit of time on this bike and absolutely loves it. Oof. He said he's done a century or two on the thing, and he's like, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I would imagine if you show up at a big group ride on that, you better be able to lay down because otherwise you're gonna get all kinds of shit, right?
Yeah. Where do you put the motor, man?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I don't know. So, not hot. What do you think about that?
I kind of like it.
Kind of like it, all right, Matt?
I don't like the cockpit though.
I agree with Lance's statement. Not hot. Would I ride it? Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well. I'm going to say that I think it's an attractive looking bike, but like the rest of you guys, I'm not super keen on the looks of the cockpit, but I don't know.
The cockpit is the thing that I dislike the most. The fork itself, I'm down. I'm down for like wide fork stuff. Let's go.
You like them wide?
Let's go wide. I just feel like it's like I want something. I want a bike you can throw any tire in anytime.
Maybe you'll be able to retrofit those forks to your Ostro.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'd be really curious to see how that bike rides in comparison to the Ostro.
Yeah.
I've had an Ostro for like 6 months and still haven't ridden it.
It doesn't even have a drivetrain on it.
No, it has nothing. So it's got a stack of drivetrain parts sitting next to it. Yeah, we'll see. Cool. That was the hot seat. Let's move on to one last thing. Who would like to go first?
I got 2 videos coming out. I'm just taking over this. 2 videos coming out. One is some Coros watch comparisons with a Garmin watch comparison. And then the next one is the Apple Watch Ultra 3 after 100 days. Should be good videos. Should be popular. I am on the YouTubes. And I have not been posting much because I've been deathly ill. And so the channel's a little dark right now. I don't think I posted for like a month, maybe. It's not good. But I am going to post eventually. After the podcast, I'm going to go get in front of the computer and do some editing.
Was your sickness like this?
Oh, God, here it comes. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot.
I had 2 kids throw up. There was no diarrhea in the entire house the entire time.
All right.
So there's that. There's that going. We got that going for us.
Nice.
I'm one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
I did lose weight. I did lose some weight. I lost like 2 or 3 pounds or something like that, and it was just like I would just like come downstairs and I would come down. I basically slept for like 3 days, but like come downstairs. No food sounded good. Like nothing at all sounded good for a long time. I would sit on the couch for a little while and then be like, oh, I'm exhausted. I got to go back to bed. Like
that's
just
sick.
So
What'd you
tired.
do today, Matt? Well, I woke up and took a nap.
I woke up and I went downstairs for a minute. That was crazy. Just the whole house was just like, there's not much movement at all. So good times.
Cool. Glad that you're feeling better, buddy.
Yep.
Gibbo.
Hey, it's the beginning of the year. It's time to Time to turn over a new leaf and get your training sorted out.
Yes.
Get structured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get
Get a coach.
Get a coach.
If somebody wanted to get a coach, who would you recommend?
I would recommend myself.
Oh, where can
because
they learn more
I am
about?
a USAC certified level 3 cycling coach,
Nice.
and I run a business called Dialed Performance Coaching. And you can find that at dialedperformancecoaching.com.
Didn't you launch or getting ready to launch a new website?
It's up.
Is it up?
It's not really a new website. It's a
Revamped or
revamped,
redesigned?
just
Yeah.
tidied up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now, if you sign up, I can text you a discount code for 50% off your first month's training.
Sweet.
What a deal.
What if like the Dialed Cycling Lab gave you an additional discount code to use on any like goods or whatnot on our website that you could give to your customers, clients? Maybe that needs to happen
we need
too.
to talk.
No. Let's not try to be mutually beneficial here.
Epler, how about you, buddy?
I got nothing
You can
because
plug something.
I got nothing to plug.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel, which I have done nothing
I
in the
noticed
last
it's
2
been
weeks
quiet.
because all I'm doing is riding the trainer. And who wants to see that? You guys want to see me
Let's
riding
see
the trainer?
see if you can make
No.
see if you can make a trainer video interesting.
We're going to ride
That's
the
the challenge.
shootout on Sunday, so bring
It
your
is
camera.
going to be sunny, or it's going to be dry, so
Yeah.
we're probably
So
riding
look out
the
for that
shootout on Sunday.
video.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't know.
Guys' butts on
Yeah.
bikes.
Yeah.
What's on bikes? Huh?
What's on bikes? I got nothing.
Are you going to plug that?
What guys?
Oh,
What's on
boy.
bikes?
Oh, boy.
This took a
Oh,
turn,
let's-
man.
yeah.
Butt plug.
This took a turn.
All right.
As long as it's got a big base, you're okay.
I don't really have too much to say. It was a great holiday, kind of. I mean, it was nice to have family home and all that other stuff. I was really looking forward to downtime and being able to relax and not work so much. Well, that didn't. People had other plans for that, so
It didn't happen.
got crazy bonkers busy. But it's all good, and I feel like it did finally kind of slow down just a touch, so I can take a deep breath and kind of build up some momentum because they're building out our new space, and that's going to be pretty cool. We can move into a new location for the Dialed Cycling Lab. We're going to have a new little studio, if you want to call it that, where the podcast is going to be housed, and we're going to make videos and YouTuber stuff over there.
Yep.
Should be kind of fun.
Nice.
Just all kinds of fun stuff, and kind of looking forward to that. So happy New Year.
Progressing onward and upward.
Now, I am done. We are done. We're going to get out of here. We do thank everybody for listening. We will be back one of these days? Question mark? Sooner than later, maybe? Anyway, and until then, bye for now.
Dude, when we yawn, do deaf people think we're screaming? If you're waiting for the waiter, aren't you the waiter? Why aren't iPhone chargers just called apple juice? If you buy a bigger bed, you're left with more bedroom, but less bedroom. Bro, your eraser slowly dies because of your mistakes. Dude, you technically have 2 minutes to live, but every time you breathe, it restarts the timer. Dude, taxes are just a yearly subscription to the country that you live in. Childhood is the free trial. Light bulbs were such a good idea, they became the symbol for a good idea. Bro, lawyers hope you get sued. Doctors hope you get sick. Cops hope you're a criminal. Mechanics hope you have car trouble. But only a thief wishes you prosperity.